Well, you have your head so far up your ass that you could see Russia.
Johnny, protesters are chucking paint and noodles and shit all over these classic paintings. Is that the way to protest? Well, it's not something that I like to see, Johnny. But the thing is, a protest, the very nature of a protest is to cause bloody disruption. Otherwise, it's not a protest. It's just people standing around. Now, I don't like to see these bloody beautiful bloody paintings having shit thrown over them, but they are all protected, Johnny. They've got some bloody cover over them or whatever. But Johnny, does it get the message across? But you got to ask the question, why are people getting so desperate that they got to do this?
What is worth more, art or life?
Is it because the normal channels of voting, say, in a supposed democracy or asking governments and writing letters and doing all that sort of stuff isn't really working? Could that be the problem? Well, I suppose so, yeah. Because, Johnny, I reckon governments, and I've said this before, I reckon governments take advantage of people's good nature. Johnny, are we just too nice and good-mannered? Some might say complacent.
The cry, give me television and hamburgers, but don't bother me with the responsibilities of liberty.
Johnny, have we been brainwashed into being complacent? Is that what you're bloody saying? Yeah, good nature. We've been sort of brainwashed into keeping everything on a level keel and not getting out of line or protesting or doing any of that because we just let the government take care of things. Jesus Christ. But what happens when the government doesn't bloody take care of things, Johnny? People have got to get a bit more angry, Johnny. Angry and cause a bit of a fuss. But that seems to go against the very grain of everybody in the street, in the town, in the city, in the country. No, we don't do that. Oh, no.
You are the last best hope of Earth.
Now have a listen to this young lady, Johnny. I don't think she's got any idea.
My generation has no other choice but to take this kind of action.
Activists are trying to deface property and artwork specifically because it is shocking. I don't know about you, but I saw the video of them throwing the soup on Van Gogh and I immediately cringed. It hurt to see, and I think that's what they're going for. My name is Danielle Butcher. I am the Executive Vice President of the American Conservation Coalition, which is a right-of-center nonprofit organization that was founded to give conservatives a voice on the environment. I am begging them to stop using these tactics. You cannot annoy people into agreeing with you. People are talking more about climate change in the aftermath of these demonstrations and these stunts, but the context matters, right?
Jesus Christ! Have a look at that!
Context matters, right? When somebody is in a grocery store and they see milk being dumped out everywhere, or they're at a museum trying to admire Van Gogh and suddenly there's like mashed potatoes or soup thrown on it, they're not going home and talking to their kids and talking to their spouse and saying, wow, that was really insightful, I'm going to sign up, I'm going to go advocate for what it is that they're advocating for. More than anything, it's an inconvenience or it's appalling and people are shocked by it. They're not talking about these things in a good context where they want to link arms and join up and, advocate.
I don't think that's the case at all, Johnny. Whenever I see a protest like that, I start thinking, why are these people protesting? They're obviously doing it for a reason. I don't just sit there.
It's like Russia, who have even fewer environmental standards. We do it the most cleanly in the United States. We do it cleanly, efficiently. It's not realistic to ban fossil fuels overnight, and in doing so, we would actually harm the environment more.
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit to me.
I do think that marches or demonstrations with speakers, things like that, with the signs, that can be effective enough, but what
Effective enough? It's not effective enough because nothing happens. That's why they're doing it.
Be effective enough, but what I'm finding overall is that these tactics are steeped in hypocrisy. So if you are seeing a march like that, oftentimes you'll see tons and tons of litter and garbage left behind. Or if people are blocking traffic, then those cars are sitting in traffic and they're idling and they're emitting more emissions than they would have if you had just let those people be on their way and get to their destination on time.
That's bullshit too. Cars idling don't emit more bloody emissions than when they're roaring soaring up the road. She's just bullshitting.
Be on their way and get to their destination on time. And so the tactics, again, they're focused on sparking conversation, whatever that means, but they're not actually helping the environment tangibly.
And I would suggest that young lady, a white young lady, she looks like she's from a quite privileged background, white parents, well-to-do parents. She's probably grown up with good money, and so she has no idea why people are protesting in the first place, because her life is just, it's fabulous.
He's not joking.
Oh, Johnny, have people got to get shocked out of their complacency?
But the fact is this, establishment elites are profiting from poverty. It's gone too far. It has to be addressed. It will only be addressed by uprising. When failure within the system is assured, you have to move beyond the system in order to succeed.
I mean, in the US, Johnny, with the bloody Vietnam War protests, things got worse and worse and worse. Young people were getting shot and killed.
University of Wisconsin, the last half of the 1960s was a time of almost ceaseless turmoil. Violent clashes between students and police at a sit-in, protesting military contractor.
There was violence in the street and everything, and
Military police contain the crowd, but clashes soon break out.
And the government eventually said, oh, Jesus, a lot of people don't like this war, but if they didn't protest, the war would have gone on to fucking 1980. What's that? Johnny, have we been brainwashed into being complacent?